What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another Money Talk episode. Really quickly, I wanted to acknowledge my new subscribers because I see that there are quite a few of you. Welcome to you, and thank you so much for joining me today to discuss what is quickly becoming one of my favorite topics, money. So back in November, I posted one of my very first money-related videos. Strongly suggest that you watch it next. We'll drop a link to it below and in the end cards at the end of this video. But in that video, I was discussing more or less general tips on how to get your financial life in order. But today, I get specific about how I was able to save $2,000 in 2 months while paying rent, making $11 an hour at the time. So roughly about 30 to 35K a year without any side hustles. But before I go any further, disclaimer, I'm not what you would refer to as a financial expert. These are things that work for me and are still working for me. And if you would like to take a page from my book and try out a few of these tips, you are more than welcome to it. Also, I highly encourage you to watch my very first video here on YouTube. Again, full disclosure, it is 16 minutes long, which isn't that long to me, but it is for some people. I was hella nervous, but I go into great details about the events leading up to me getting my act together financially. So without further ado, let's get right into it. My first step towards getting my act together financially was the financial diet by way of Susie Orman. Now, I started watching a lot of Susie Orman videos when I was getting sick and tired of not being able to retain money in my savings account. While her videos were good, a lot of her terminologies went over my head. So then I started searching for videos with the words money or budget or savings in the title. Now, I watched several of these videos before stumbling upon the financial diet. This is a YouTube channel that addresses all things money and budgets made by young people for young people. So basically it's very relatable. And so I subscribed to that channel and then purchased your book. I was so eager to try out a few of your tips. And what helped me kickstart this money saving process was first working any available overtime, except for graveyard. That is where I drew the line. I quite like my bed. My record for overtime was working 56 days straight, and that was voluntary. I signed up for it, and since the hours were available because of staffing issues, I got the hours. 7 days a week for 8 weeks straight. Was I tired? Hell yes. My body was tired, but my mind was so focused. I had a lot to accomplish, and that motivation is what carried me through. Especially that week where 4 out of the 7 shifts I got were 14-hour days. Now, none of that extra money I made working all that overtime would have gone towards savings had I had a car payment or credit cards at the time. Not having a car payment or credit cards was a major factor in me saving $2,000 in 2 months. Now, I still don't have a car payment. My silver hoopty that my brother bought me about 5 years ago is still running just fine. I treat her well, so she treats me well in turn. But since then, I have gotten a credit card or two. Side note, I only just got my very first credit card last year, 2018, at age 30. But a lot of these money/budget videos talk a lot about credit scores and the importance of building your credit, and that no credit was bad credit. And so far, my only debt was student loans. And the $45 to $100 a month I was paying towards my student loan debt wasn't doing a thing for my credit score. And I knew at some point in the near future, buying a house was something I wanted to do. So I went ahead and applied for a credit card and got the first one in March of last year and the second one in July. And that same month, the month of July, was when I started filming my first YouTube video. Last but not least, what was crucial in me saving $2,000 in 2 months was laying off the Amazon shopping. I had an Amazon Prime subscription at the time, and every week I was on there ordering stuff. Amazon is a trap, yo. So I started reallocating the money I was spending on Amazon towards my savings account. I get paid every week, which is a beautiful thing. And by the second week of the month, most, if not all of my bills were paid. And so when the third week of the month rolled around, I had no bills to pay. And I could then move 70% of that paycheck into my savings account. But I left about $100 to $200 from that paycheck in my checking account as a buffer. I did not feel deprived in any way. All my basic needs were met. Everything else was just extra. And guys, that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know in the comment section below if you're going to be trying any of these tips, and if so, which ones. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you right back here next Tuesday with a mid-year update of those 2019 goals I made a video about back in December. Deuces.